Hello, my friends. We are finishing 2019, and then we thought it would be good to do a review of this great year for Bonnevaux in our community. It was a time for new life at the Abbey, the home for the core community. In March, the Meditation House Oblate community moved from London to Bonnevaux, including Father Laurence. Just before Easter, the core community was already living at the Abbey, and we had the first retreat there, the Holy Week retreat. Participants could experience all the Easter liturgy rituals with different touch. For example, we had the Stations of the Cross around the lake and a visual procession from the Easter tree to the chapel. In the middle of June, Bonnevaux received a big group of visitors for a joyful Blessing Day celebration. This was celebrated by the Archbishop of Poitiers, Pascal Windsor, and Christophe Bradley, Abbot of Ligugé, together with Father Laurence. But as Father Laurence said, everyone present was participant at the blessing.
I was thinking yesterday what a blessing means. And a blessing is not only something that comes externally, I think it comes from within. And I think we are all here to bless this place of prayer, this place of hospitality, this place of healing. And your presence here is an integral part of this action de grâce, this blessing.
During the summer, Bonnevaux received a group of young people from 15 different countries for a retreat on the theme Living Differently. It was a time of silence, meditation, community life, work, sharing, and friendship.
I can only change the world in a better place if I'm changed first. It's first my job. I have to change, and then little by little the world can change. But what I'm learning here about all this meditation is the patience that I need for that. And somehow just trusting that the change is coming from inside. But I don't have to force it. It just has to come, and it will come somehow and some way. But it's not my work. It's not my job to change. But just it's like the wind. The wind is coming. I feel the wind now. It's like the wind is coming and is changing small things in me. And it's only after a while that I can feel like maybe I've become a little more in peace, a little less fast angry, and so on. So that, it's coming from the inside more.
After the retreat, a smaller group of 11 did a 5 days walk at the French part of the Camino to Compostela. The second half of 2019 was a period for Bonnevaux to get in even more into the rhythm of work and prayer, a time of change and maturation for the core community, a time with different retreats and events like watercolors and contemplation, learning to meditate retreat, essential teaching weekend in French, Advent retreat, yoga retreat, and Bonnevaux also proved its hospitality with many volunteers that spent some time there, having this experience of meditation, community life, and also different visitors and pilgrims, like the group from Hong Kong that spent some days in Bonnevaux for a retreat in October. So we're going to listen now to some of the participants of the Advent retreat in the end of November, speaking on the experience.
It's been a gift, an absolute gift. From the beginning, I noticed that I was very much into this atmosphere of people that work here and people that pray in the group with me and me with them. And I found this, the walkings in the nature and in the countryside and the forest around the woods, it really touched me. And also the group of people that we came to this place at the same time from all over the world that really I like diversity, and I found here lots of diversity of people.
It has allowed me this week practice to deepen my faith and also my understanding of prayer in solitude and the community context. In my opinion, Bonnevaux meet great requirements to be on a retreat. But I think it have also so much potential to turn to be a reference to Christian community, especially in meditation.
I think it's important to include in this review two relationships very important for Bonnevaux. The first one is the permaculture project led by Thomas Litzler. Let's listen to him.
I first heard about Bonnevaux when I was in New Zealand, and I was looking for a place to develop my project, the market garden, fully organic, and I take my inspiration from permaculture movement. So my project when I first arrived in Bonnevaux was to develop these farms that would nourish people around in a very healthy way, but also for me it's a life project. I was looking for that, and then the WCCM invited me to develop this project within the Abbey, but in an independent way, which is very generous. So this is my own business. I will make my income out of it. But we have a very good collaboration with the Abbey. And it's absolutely amazing because now I have crops, I have vegetables growing, and I start selling my vegetables to the market. And it's just incredible because indeed I work a lot, but it's really the plants, they do the job. I just put them in the soil, I take care of them, and then they just develop, and that's the beauty of life, really, and to see that it's working. And it's working in a way, I'm not using tractors, I'm not using, I don't turn the soil over or in a very destructive way. So when we're gentle with life, I think it just works. We don't need to be in control of everything as we see too often in different areas.
Another important partnership is a website called Workaway, and this is a platform where people can apply for volunteer work in exchange for lodging and food. This has been a channel to bring a lot of young people to Bonnevaux to have an unique experience of community life and meditation. People like Jonathan from USA.
So I learned how to meditate when I was 17, but I never was disciplined enough as a typical 17-year-old, 18-year-old would be. I just did it when I found a nice serene place in a park while walking around, and it seemed like a good moment to meditate. But to have a discipline of meditation once in the morning, once around midday, and then once in the evening really allowed me to establish a faithfulness to the practice and a self-knowledge of myself throughout the inevitable ups and downs of human life. And to stick with the mantra, stick with the practice of meditation, and realizing the temporary nature of thoughts and feelings and really everything in life. To have that greater awareness through that daily rhythm was so fundamentally beneficial to me.
As we can see, 2019 was a year that we can be very grateful for. And this brings us even more hope for the future. Speaking on the renovation project, a wonderful surprise this year was that the design for Bonnevaux by DP Architects won gold at the London Design Awards in November. We congratulate DP Architects and everyone involved in the project. The conference center is opening in January, and the retreat center will probably be ready in the second half of 2020. Then Bonnevaux will be able to receive retreats, events, visitors with a better capacity and infrastructure. We can just say a big thank you to everyone that helped Bonnevaux, and we trust that more and more people can continue to help us to go ahead with the project. In 2020, Bonnevaux will offer many more opportunities for people to have an experience of meditation, community, and peace. You will be able to find the first retreats on the website, bonnevauxwccm.org. In the winter, we have the Lent retreat, a dialogue retreat with Alan Wallace and Father Laurence, and the traditional Holy Week retreat. We should mention also an important upcoming event, that is the Meditation Seminar on Meditation and Ecology in May. We'll watch now a short clip with one of the speakers at this seminar, Michael Maximager. He speaks in French, so please click at the CC icon for subtitles.
Pour moi, l'éco-spiritualité est une contribution à la transition écologique. Sa visée est de ne pas traiter seulement les symptômes de la crise écologique et climatique, mais d'aller à ses racines, à travers une conversion du regard, à travers une métanoïa, c'est-à-dire une transformation de tout l'être, corps, âme et esprit, pour réenchanter la nature et redonner à l'être humain sa juste place en son sein. Il s'agit donc de guérir les relations brisées, malades, déséquilibrées entre la Terre, l'être humain et ce mystère sacré qu'on peut appeler Dieu ou le divin. On peut donc voir l'éco-spiritualité comme un chemin de réconciliation, d'unité, de communion, pour ancrer plus profondément dans l'être nos éco-gestes au quotidien et pour redonner, donner à nos engagements citoyens toute leur profondeur et toute leur plénitude de sens.
So I recommend you always to visit our website, bonnevauxwccm.org, and there you can find information about the project, how to help, check the program and updates. You can also register to receive updates by email. So again, thank you for this wonderful 2019, and we wish you a blessed Christmas and New Year. Bye-bye.